Welcome to BSc Statistics students. In this class, I explain quartile deviation and problems of quartile deviation. See the first problem. Find quartile deviation of these observations 2, 4, 10, 8, 6, 12, 5. So therefore, this is an ungrouped data, that is x1, x2 and so on xn. The observations are given to you. So you have to calculate quartile deviation. Right. So for which what we are do is first of all arrange the data in ascending order of magnitude. Arrange the data in ascending order of magnitude. You see first the smallest observation 2 and then 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. And what is meant by the quartile deviation? What is the formula? You have to calculate first quartile and third quartile, and quartile deviation is Q3 minus Q2 by 2. So you have to calculate Q1 and Q3. Q1 first quartile, Q3 third quartile. What are the formulas of Q1 and Q3? How to find? How to find out? You see what is meant by quartile first of all. If this is the whole data, if we divide into 4 equal parts, let it be for example 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have divided into 4 equal parts, this one part, second part, third part and fourth part, the 4 equal parts, then this is first quartile, this is second quartile, this is third quartile. Q1 is this, that is for first half, if you divide into equal parts, then you will get Q1. Which value divides to equal parts for first part, that is Q1. The whole entire part, the entire distribution which divides into 2 equal parts, that is Q2, it is median. And the second part, this is the second part, it divided into 2 equal parts, which value divides, that is Q3. This is Q1, this is Q3. The division of first part, it is Q1. Division of first part into 2 equal parts, it is Q3. The value, what I mean to say, the value which value divides 2 into 2 equal parts, the first part, half one, second half into 2 equal parts, which value divides, that is Q3. So that's what we are calculating. If you have this idea, you can calculate easily the quartile. You see, you have to divide into 2 equal parts, and so that we can decide it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total values are 7. So we have a formula for first quartile, n plus 1 by 4th observation. If you have the values like this, the Q1 first quartile, Q1 is equal to n plus 1 by 4th observation, n plus 1 by 4th observation, which means it is equivalent to be n is 7, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 by 4, 2, second observation, which means what is second observation? 4. So the 4th is the Q1. Similarly, Q3, 3 into n plus 1 by 4th observation, n plus 1 by 4th observation is equivalent to be n plus 1 by 4, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 by 4, 2, 2 into 3, 6, 6th observation. What is 6th observation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. 10 is your answer, Q3. So Q1 is equal to 4, Q3 is equal to 10. Just I'll tell you this particular procedure, what I have explained. Because of the odd numbers, you leave this number and divide into 2 equal parts. This is first equal part, this is second equal part. The middle observation 4, it is Q1. Here the middle observation, it is 10, it is Q3. So it is Q1, it is Q3. Clear? Like that, we can calculate Q1 and Q3. Therefore, now quartile deviation is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2 is equal to Q3 is 10 minus 4 divided by 2, that is 6 by 2, 3. So, quartile deviation is equal to 3 for this data. Do you understand? This is what the calculation of quartile deviation for ungrouped data. Now come to the next problem. You see here, this is what the problem I have given. Find the quartile deviation of class interval and frequency. The data is given in class interval and frequency, which means it is a grouped frequency distribution, for which what you have to calculate, cumulative frequency. That is, I am writing as CF, the cumulative frequency. And so that I also calculate capital N, the total frequency. But of course, in the calculation of cumulative frequency, we will get it. But even then, I calculate using the formula capital N is equal to summation F is equivalent to be total. First of all, I calculate cumulative frequency. It is, the addition of cumulative frequencies. If you add the frequencies one after another, you will get it. 10 plus 25, 35. 35 plus 40, 75. That is first three, sum of the first three. First one, sum of the first one and second one, sum of the first three, sum of the first four, 75 plus 15, 90. Sum of the first five, 100, 90 plus 10, 100. So total is frequency is capital N is equal to 100 as well. So this is what the calculation of frequency and cumulative frequency. Okay, total frequency and cumulative frequency. Then after that, to calculate first quartile and third quartile, what we want to do is Q1 first quartile. The first quartile is going to be calculated by using, first of all, to calculate this, we have to calculate first of all n by 4, which divides the first quartile class. What is n by 4? N by 4 is nothing but 100 by 4 is 25. Now you have to consider just greater than n by 4 cumulative frequency. You observe here, just greater than n by 4, just greater than n by 4, that is 25 cumulative frequency you have to calculate. What is that cumulative frequency? Just after 25, that is 35. The corresponding class interval is 20 to 30. Are you able to follow? I have calculated n by 4, 25, which is 25. Just greater than n by 4, that is 25 cumulative frequency is 35. Is 35, this one. It is 35. Just greater than n by 4 cumulative frequency is 35. Corresponding to the class interval is 20 to 40. Therefore, first quartile class is 20 to 40, which means first quartile Q1 must be lies in between 20 to 40. That is your indication. Now, what are the values you have? What is the formula and what are the values? I write the formula. Q1 is equal to L1 plus n by 4 minus C1 divided by F1 into H. This is what the formula of the first quartile Q1. So corresponding to the L1 is class interval 20. Corresponding frequency, that is corresponding to the class interval frequency is F1, that is 25 here. Cumulative frequency is preceding the cumulative frequency, corresponding to the class preceding to the cumulative frequency, that is this is C1. The cumulative frequency is only the value which you have to consider preceding value, that is of this particular class, that is C1 is equal to 10. So now you can calculate by using the respective values. L1 is equal to 20, F1 is equal to 25, C1 is equal to 10, H is equal to the difference between the gap between 20 to 40, it is 20, right? So therefore L1 is equal to 20 plus n by 4, already we have calculated 25 minus C1 10 divided by F1, that is 25 multiplied by H, that is 20. So final answer, if you calculate this value, simplify this value, you will get 32. It is like in the interval 20 to 40, that you have to check again immediately. Immediately you have to check whether it is lies in between 20 to 40. It is in the value 20 to 40. It is right. Now Q3, third quartile. I calculate third quartile here. Third quartile. Similar fashion, third quartile is also going to be calculated. What you have to do? You have to calculate 3n by 4. What is 3n by 4? n by 4 is 25. 3n by 4 is 75. So 75 is 3n by 4. Now you have to calculate just greater than 3n by 4 cumulative frequency. Just greater than 75 cumulative frequency. What is that? Just greater than 3n by 4, that is 75 cumulative frequency is after 75. You have to see here 75 is also there, also here in the cumulative frequency, but you want to get after 75, that is 90. This one corresponding class is 90. The corresponding class is 60 to 80. 60 to 80. Therefore, the corresponding class interval is third quartile class. Therefore, third quartile class is 60 to 80. Do you understand this? Now, therefore, this is similar fashion. You write all the values. L3. I am considering, because third quartile class, I am indicating L3, F3, C3. So L3 is the lower limit 60. So L3 is equal to 60. And corresponding frequency is F3. That is F3 is equivalent to be 15. Cumulative frequency is preceding the third quartile class. That is C3. That is a preceding third quartile. Third quartile class is 60 to 80. Cumulative frequency is preceding the third quartile class. That is 75. So C3 is equal to 75. Of course, H is equal to 20. 80 minus 60. So therefore, now if we go through the formula, Q3 is equivalent to be L3 plus 3n by 4 minus C3 divided by F3 into H is equivalent to be L3 is 60 plus 3n by 4 75 minus 75, Q3 is 75. So divided by F3, that is 15 into 20 H. So the answer is 75 minus 75, 0. So it is 60. Therefore, Q3 is equal to 60. Now what you have to calculate? The quartile deviation. Therefore, quartile deviation is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So it is equivalent to be 60 minus 32 divided by 2. So it is equivalent to be 14. So therefore, quartile deviation is 14 for this problem. Do you understand? This is what the calculation of quartile deviation
for ungrouped data and also for grouped data I have explained. Hope you understand. This is the way to do the quartile division problems. Thank you.